Hello and welcome to the Disturbing Ourselves podcast. My name is Joe.
I'm Ben.
And we have a guest on tonight, our buddy Kyle.
How's it going, guys?
He's also located on Twitter if you guys want to follow him. You guys...
My handle is TTK Sticks, like the river.
Alright, so anyway, if you guys want to contact us on Twitter, you can hit us up at _DO_podcast, or you can also contact us through our email at disturbingourselvespodcast@gmail.com. But anyway, let's just get into it. So first off, Vin is going to do a review of the first couple episodes of Man in the High Castle.
I don't know really what to say about the show. Definitely found it very confusing. The whole spoilers for everyone who's listening who hasn't even seen the show. Still check it out regardless of what I say because I got to rewatch it to understand what I saw because we kind of watched in the middle of the night. But so it looks like one dude turned out to be a turncoat, and then turncoat again by the end of the second episode. So he fucked over the rebels, then fucked over the Nazis for a chick.
Does that make him a quadruple agent?
I'm not really sure. I don't even know if he understands.
I think he's just a Nazi thinking with his dick.
I don't think he understands what he did though, because I don't think he knew the other dude was a Nazi, and the fact that she's a rebel.
Don't they have like a secret handshake or something? Don't they have like a secret handshake or something?
What?
No.
Where the Nazis put their hands up and scream something?
Yeah, like a discreet thing, like you on the down low.
That's not really well, I guess if you both did it simultaneously, you could orchestrate a high five.
Yeah, something like that.
You just do like a cross check.
I guess that'd be all right.
Wow.
Sorry. Horrible dad jokes, my bad. Anyway. Also not condoning Nazis.
But they were crisp as fuck. I forget what comedian said it, but he's right. They did dress crisp.
Well, it's the same thing with, like, Germans and, like, automobiles and their outfits. They always have, like, designer
Not
shit.
as good as the Nazis.
They're always on point.
Alright, I'm not standing on point with that.
I'm not saying the Nazis in general. I'm just saying they dressed well.
They dressed extremely well.
So would you say...
Honestly, that was one of the things I noticed the most in Man in the High Castle. Their uniforms. Other when the one time they were beating the shit out of that one guy, and the dude had his just his t-shirt on because I guess he got all sweaty beating a man.
I don't think he wanted to get blood on that crisp ass uniform.
Yeah, I like in that scene where he's like, the one dude's blacked out after he's being interrogated, and the guy comes in, he's like, "Why'd you stop hitting him?" He's like, he's unconscious.
Yeah,
and he's like,
"We don't stop."
He's like, "But you wanted information." He's like, "Did I ask you to stop?" I was like, "What?" And then the guy looks at him like, "Are you an idiot?" And he just keeps hitting him.
Well, I mean, he's probably dead.
I'm gonna go with probably, yeah. No, the show's really confusing. Spoilers if you haven't gotten to season 2. Ben already knows this because he just needs to know everything. But it has a lot to do with like multiverse theory and stuff like that. So it shows how the films and all that have to deal with that. They're not actually propaganda, allegedly, so far. So
they have no idea what you're talking about because you went. Well, if they got season 2, I think season 2.
I
There's
said
these
spoilers.
films. Right, but you didn't explain the films. So there's these films, and they show America winning the war, which are technically our films from back when we won the war. But the thing is, in that world, we didn't. So there's this dude, apparently, according to my co-host here, Joe, telling, or sending them out, essentially, to foster hope into the rebellion.
yeah. No, that's what it does look like at first, but then later on they go into explaining it's something else. Kyle, what were you saying?
I was saying, isn't there a book that this is all based off of?
Yeah, it was actually released around the same time that it was supposed to take place, so... I don't know. It's an interesting show. If you're uncomfortable with, obviously, just the visual image of Nazis taking over.
Or the burning of disabled or mentally challenged.
They don't show it, yeah.
They don't show it,
discussed,
but they literally go...
violence.
The one point, the guy goes, "Is it snowing?" He goes, "No, it's Tuesday. They're burning the mentally disabled
and the cripple
and the cripples or something like that."
And
I was like, "What?"
The show's super fucked up, but it's really good.
I think that might have been my favorite line because the guy said it so calmly that I was like, "How often have they burned people that you literally go, oh, it must be Tuesday?"
Next question is, how many takes do you think that took for the guy to keep such a straight face?
I hope one. I hope it was one and done.
I don't know. I feel like it might have been one because the other actor's face after he says it was like, did he just fucking say that?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Also, I like the fact that he's a Nazi. He gets pulled. A cop pulls over because he gets flat tire.
Yeah.
And then he acts like he's scared. When in all honesty, normally he shouldn't. But I guess he's taught to not trust anyone.
Yeah, I mean.
And then we find out that the cop is actually an old Marine or some form of Army or Navy.
Yeah, I think he was either a Marine or in the Navy or something. I'm not sure. But
I forget what he's part of. But he says that about... he's not even sure what we fought for anymore and all this other stuff. He's beaten and broken.
I mean, I wouldn't really blame him if we lost to the Nazis. I feel like my patriotism would have got kicked in the nuts a little bit, too.
Just a little.
Yeah.
I don't have that much patriotism.
No, you're still a red-blooded American, though.
I mean, I wouldn't fuck over the country, but I'm not like...
I'm not constantly like U.S., like kind of like chanting.
I'm not like my family where they're like, America's great, or like if I'm like, America's not the greatest country, I don't get mad. I'm like, you're right. They're like, leave.
No, America's not perfect, I'll say that, but I mean...
It's better.
I like my country. I'm not going to diss it. I mean, it has its faults, but it's got room for improvement.
No, I definitely diss on the country. I mean, I also talk about the greatness of it.
Yeah, unless you not necessarily diss it, but unless you talk about what's wrong, there's no chance for improvement.
Well, if you talk about what's wrong with it, technically you're dissing it. That's I guess I say what's wrong with it, and then people take it as I hate the country.
Yeah. I feel like if you care about something, you should pay attention to its faults so you could help improve it.
Yeah, definitely.
Then just let it like sit there and get worse.
Yeah, there's no reason to ignore it.
If you want America to be great, like everyone keeps saying they do, you actually have to work for it. You can't just say it.
Pretty much.
That's not a diss on anyone who voted for Trump. I'm just saying you have to put effort forth and not just have blind faith in the fact you live in the U.S. You have to actually put your good foot forward.
Yeah,
and like
just remember that
to...
actions speak louder than words. If you work to making this country great, it'll be great. If you sit on your ass and do nothing, nothing's going to happen.
Get paid for nothing and entitlement and all that other stuff. But yeah, what are you going to do? Most people don't really care. They claim they care, but they really don't help the country in any way, shape, or form.
I mean, I care. I went out to vote just because I wanted my voice heard. I know that they didn't take the majority vote, obviously, but they do take the majority vote in like some like lesser elections in your local area and stuff like that. So it's definitely important to go out to vote.
Do you know every time the majority vote lost, they questioned the presidency?
True.
I was watching a thing on it today.
I think Obama technically lost the majority vote.
I think Bush did too.
Yep. I think it was
W,
Junior.
right?
Yeah, W.
Yeah, I don't entirely agree with the electoral. That means I'm also including, obviously, George Bush and Obama. I don't think they should have won just because they got the electoral. I feel like majority vote should actually...
No. They need to rework the electoral system.
Rework it.
They either need to rework it or...
But with the idea of having majority, you have population centers all on the West Coast and California.
That is true, actually.
That is a blue state. And Philadelphia, blue state. New York, Philadelphia, state went red. The city is blue as ever. So is New York. Those are major population centers.
Well, that's the problem. You can't go with popular vote because if you go with popular vote, I would say if you took
a couple major key
75% of people, maybe not 70, maybe 50% of the people who voted. That's not counting the other. I think it's only 50% of the country.
Only
voted.
47, I think, showed out this time around.
Okay. Well, that's a problem in and of itself. People should come out to vote.
Now
they have no right to complain if they don't vote.
Right, but look, you're looking at that 47. Now, say, I mean, I'm going a little extreme. Say half, maybe 3/4 of that didn't actually follow the election. Didn't actually pay attention. Don't actually know the things.
They voted based on...
I know a lot of... I'm saying out of a small group of people that I ask questions to, maybe out of, like, say, 50 people, 40 might have known what was going on, maybe 35. I asked them questions that I literally had just gotten out of the car, listening to a radio, and they looked at me confused.
Yeah, I feel like you should definitely vote, but before you vote, you should be very informed on the person. You shouldn't just be going off of their campaign ads.
Or
what your family says.
Or what family says, or what your political party is.
Right, just look into what they have to say about different policies and see who you agree with more and whose values are more on point with yours, and vote for the person you think is better, not for whoever has the better campaign slogan or who's trashing the other person better. Like, it's...
Or who's Republican or who's Democrat.
Trashing the thing that Hillary messed up with this campaign. She trashed the Trump supporters.
Yeah.
Not just... You ever trash the people are not going to vote for you. They are going to go against you. And then the people that are like a swing vote are also going to go against you because they'll be like, you're a bitch, or you're a dick, or...
Whatever,
so
yeah.
Right.
It's pretty much inevitable there's going to be mudslinging in a political campaign, but you go after your opponent. You don't go after your opponent's support base.
Right. It's never good to trash the American people because especially... if you're in an election and you want them to come over to your side, you don't want to call them like bigots or something like that.
Deplorables was the word.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, no one's going to be like, yeah, you're right, I am a deplorable. I'm going to go to your side. You're going to be like, really? Screw you.
People actually took that and were like wearing T-shirts saying "basket of deplorables" and stuff like that, just trying to like unify like the area. They took it as an insult from the Democrats against the Republicans.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I mean, I feel like when you bash the entire group instead of the individual, you're causing some issues.
Let's look
for yourself.
First mistake, because we were talking about fixing the country, was making a party system, because everyone in this country, from what I've seen, is team oriented to the point where they're like, "This is my team; they should win no matter what." They vote for their team for the most part.
Yeah.
Not all. Some go back and forth.
Yeah.
But for the most part, like, if you're a Republican, you're voting Republican. Most part.
True. I mean...
Or Democrat.
Full disclosure, I am technically Republican. I'm a right-leaning moderate, technically. But I did not vote for Trump. Nothing against anyone who did. I mean, if your values fall on that line or whatever, or you believe in what he said, that's fine. I just had some issues with certain policies, and it wasn't, really... I didn't like anyone, really. I just picked the one person that I didn't hate the most.
Still wanted Sanders. Sanders, or who was the brain surgeon? Ben Carson?
Carson, but right now they're trying to put him in the Senate
housing
seat,
development, I think.
He's a brain surgeon. He's not an architect.
I don't know. And then they have the one guy who doesn't believe in global warming in charge of the EPA.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. And then he's firing the one guy who's in charge of like the nukes and everything, and everyone under that guy cannot do anything without direct orders from that guy, and it takes months to replace him.
Yeah. Well, on the bright side, we do have at least one extremely qualified person, and I actually have a reading I'd like to give from that. So, as you might know from watching the news,
he says reading. He means
I mean a reading.
A reading, not reading an article.
So here we go.
Apparently we've turned into NPR. Sorry, guys.
The Lord Militant waved his bladed hand, and the nobles parted as grass. "Remember this day," he bellowed, "for not a single fuck was given to any. If they be a marine in my beloved corps, they shall stack the bodies of my nation's enemies liketh any other." And the nobles saw this, and that it was good, and then they rejoiced. But what if the Tartars, who plagueth our cybers, one noble asked? "And not a fuck for them either," the bladeth. "They bleedeth as well as any other."
Spangled Banner playing in the background.
The Lord Militant uttered. And across the land the people rejoiced, for they saw the Lord Militant was a just leader, a friend to allies, and a bitter enemy to all who opposed him. "And today we giveth no fucks, verily," shouted the Lord Militant's beloved corps. "The grass will grow, the blood of our nation's enemies shall nurture and sate our soil, and we shall have a bountiful harvest of souls." And the Marines rejoiced and went to bed with whoever they wished. Songs were sung of triumph and battle and the glory that was to come in his wake. "Until no enemy standeth before us but peace," was the cry, "and no fucks shall we giveth," was their elation. And upon them the Lord Militant was cast this knowing smile. "It is coming, children. Just waiteth a little longer." That was a reading from the Book of Mattis, Confirmations, chapter 2, verse 1.
So we're not going any farther than that.
No.
By the way, today's episode is brought to you by the United States of America. Why? We don't know.
Can we just get an eagle in the background? Like,
We should just play the Star Spangled Banner in the background or some like heavy metal stuff.
Well, yeah, it basically that was.
Whoever doesn't know what he's talking about, someone took what Mad Dog said, for everyone who knows who he is, and turned it into if he had spoken like he was in the Bible. That's why when I looked at you, Joe, and he said a reading, and you're thinking like reading or a comment. No, a reading. Like he's taking a reading for church.
There's a picture of it of Mattis floating around, holding a grenade and a book that says Saint Mattis of the Corps or something like that.
Only if we were back with Father Spez at the time, we could have used the projects and see if he caught it.
Oh my god. That would have been amazing.
We said take out the and no fucks were given.
And no fucks were given that day.
Because they didn't say it in the Bible ever.
True.
Alright, so anyway, let's get off of the whole...
Hey, Mad Dog is qualified.
I want to put this in perspective. We started this conversation about Nazis. This is reverse or whatever that thing is called.
That's not true at all, because the Nazis were very patriotic, just not to us.
They were fascists, but...
Fascist, whatever.
No.
This is the most patriotic fucking thing that's happened all day.
No. What was that thing?
What makes Americans more patriotic than anything? Fucking Nazis.
On that note.
Fuck those Nazis.
Fuck Nazis.
Oh. I was thinking Helsinki Bridge.
Yeah, too.
It's all a matter of perspective.
But to be fair...
What, vampire Nazis from Helsinki Bridge?
Nazis,
Oh.
No, they were
Nazis,
ghouls. They weren't necessarily
whatever
zombies.
they were. Anyway.
It's undead. Leave me alone.
So
right.
Shall we get off the Nazi topic, or are we going to still...
We're going to get off the Nazi topic, because I was also supposed to talk about Lord of the Rings 2, and somehow we turned it into NPR for like a...
Hey, Mattis is awesome. You can't tell me that's not true.
It was, but also way long.
It was.
It really was. It was like a minute or two.
Still weird to just randomly read off.
It wasn't random. I knew it was coming.
I told him.
I
didn't
just
tell
told him
you.
not to read it to me, so I'd be surprised.
Alright, so anyway, for my quick little review of Lord of the Rings, the second one, a lot better than the first one, I'd have to say. I like the fighting better. It was a lot quicker than the other ones. I had some issues with the CGI and all that.
It's from early 2000s, so you gotta take it with a grain of salt.
I understand that. I mean, it just kind of irks me.
There
just
are still movies with worse CGI in 2016. Well, or 2017. I haven't seen any new 2017 movies yet, so
I'd have to say, though, for most of the scenes with Schmeagol, it didn't look that bad.
Yeah, I was never a big fan of Schmeagol. I fucking hate Schmeagol.
Don't tell the elf.
I don't know. I haven't...
It's Elvin Rope.
I haven't seen the movies before, so at one point Schmeagol wasn't being a dickhead, and I thought he was going to be like actually nice to them.
Oh, you mean when he finally gives up on the ring and stuff, and he tells him?
Yeah, he tells himself to screw himself.
Yeah.
And then he leaves or whatever, and I was like, all right, Schmeagol's just going to be a weird like
then
Lindsay Lohan background character now.
Then he leads them to a giant spider. Spoiler, sorry, we didn't say.
Okay, it's been out since 2000.
That's but there's people like Joe.
No, doesn't matter.
They don't have an excuse. But
I think past a year after all is said and done, there's no excuse for spoilers.
Also, sorry to everyone at home if your audio is kind of going all over the place with us talking, because we like to accidentally talk over ourselves a lot. But
oh, what, like universe where all of us were 7-1? Well, not you.
Let's not go there. Let's not
topic
go there.
for a different one.
Do we have to ease them into that?
Yes.
We're gonna ease that into it, and we're gonna replace names.
Okay, Vinny, my good friend.
You
remember that Family Guy episode where the train rams into the mountain?
Oh, it doesn't go through?
That's kind of how we need to ease them into it. Slowly, then all at once.
Oh, I know you're talking about.
So anyway, just because I know this isn't gonna stay on topic for any more than like 20 more seconds, like the second one better than the first one. I kind of have to watch the next one, obviously, because of the challenge. But I'd be willing to watch the next one.
Wait, there's a challenge?
The third one's actually pretty cool.
There's a challenge?
I told Joe that I was going to make him watch Lord of the Rings, so he had me read and watch this other stuff.
Alright, so real quick before we get off topic.
What was your favorite line?
Are you going to give me a challenge, or...
Because you don't remember any of them.
Listen, I was doing a bunch of stuff while I was doing it. I liked all the stuff that Schmeagol was doing because it actually gave a believable character development and stuff like that. But...
I think one of my favorite lines, for all of them have seen the movie, at the point where what was the keep called that fell? Where the guy runs with the torch.
I know what you're talking about.
If you know the scene I'm talking about, I think it's the first big battle scene in that, where they, the Uruk-hai are charging on the keep, and it's the elves and man with Aragorn.
Oh yeah, he gives that speech.
Legolas and Gimli, right?
Gimli.
Yeah,
I think it's Gimli. Yeah.
Gimli, whatever.
I don't think there should be in there.
I suck with names.
As do I.
That's what we all do.
My favorite scene is at the point where Aragorn and the dwarf Gimli, or whatever, Gimli.
The dwarf.
We're just gonna call him whatever the hell you want to call him at this point.
Off on the edge, and he looks at him and he goes, "Don't tell the Yelp," and then he throws him across. Aragorn throws him
that
in
was
the
funny
air
actually,
and knocks the people off. That, and when the elf Legolas looks down at him, and they're on the wall before that, and it's like, "Do you want me to paint you a picture or something?" I was like. And when they count.
Yeah, when they count.
Their count keeps resetting. If you notice that in the third movie, they start back off at 1 like every battle.
Well, yeah, because they're counting for a battle.
They should count movie kills. I know they don't know that they're in the movie, but from point of the bond coming together.
That'd be a weird plot twist.
It's actually a D&D post. The person goes, what do I know? Or something like that for a check because they rolled a nat 20 and the guy's like, your character understands this whole concept that there are these people sitting at a table and he like breaks it down. But no one will ever believe him. I was like, that got real deep for improv.
He forced him to go meta?
Basically.
Yeah, because he did the same thing Matt did. Matt, when I played D&D the first time, I DM'd for him. I go, there's a body with nothing on it. You don't see anything. Matt goes, I want to search to see what the body has on it. Literally after I finished my sentence. So I told him that there is...
No, you said there was nothing. Because, I'm going to check really hard.
Right. So I said...
He said he wanted to check it like 3 different times, then you caved.
So I told him he got a necklace of dicks. But that's another story for another day. Or on Tumblr.
Or if we ever get that offshoot going.
Yeah, if we ever start taping our games.
Alright then. Anyway.
I missed some really weird...
Yeah, you guys will probably hear from our friend Matt one of these times. He's
Don't worry, if you hear him laugh, he's not going to be under your bed. Actually, I can't promise that.
We can't promise that, but he is harmless. For some reason, though, he laughed one time and we typecasted him. And we all typecasted each other and took, for some reason, different roles.
He laughed and everyone in the room's butthole clenched.
I'll never forget the first time he was here without you guys.
Alright, listen, we'll explain this when Matt's here so he can defend himself.
No, listen.
No, we'll revisit it.
Alright, last thing about Matt then. The one time he was here and you guys weren't here yet, because you were busy and I forget where you were.
I was probably doing something.
Matt laughed and I had all the lights off.
Oh, God.
I thought Matt was gone and there was a rape. Like, I thought I was about to be taken. I was like in the door going... And then I turned around, I put the light on Matt sitting on the couch laughing. I went, that didn't come out of him. And then he did again. I went, no fucking way. First experience of me and Matt alone.
Oh, apparently there was many, but we'll get to that another time.
No, we don't talk about the last time that me and him were alone.
Alright,
so the last time we were alone?
So 2 things.
Sort of, but I screamed something.
Alright, real quick.
Oh, yeah.
So next week, obviously, I'm watching the next Lord of the Rings for the next podcast. Then I will give you a copy of Spider-Man Noir. Check that out.
Okay.
We're
all continuing.
Spider-Man in the 1930s, Great Depression, interesting concept. Anyway, Kyle might be here. Who knows? But
Probably.
Also,
because now my recording time's kind of limited because of school.
I was asked by one of our Twitter followers actually about like an Instagram and all that, and I was telling them we didn't have an Instagram, and I was thinking about making it. But also, I don't know how you make an Instagram for an audio podcast.
You can post video, can
you? You can post short clips of video, so it could be just us fucking around.
Well, it's the same thing with like if we make it Snapchat, we could do like, getting ready to shoot tonight and stuff like that,
and take pictures of the
or
recording,
use it,
or
like could do like a short vlog kind of thing, like when we're
out. Or
like,
also should ever, I don't know how they would also do this for a. I mean, I guess after if we start posting pictures of ourselves on Instagram, they could see us. If for whatever reason people want to use their time and like draw shit, we could also upload it to our Instagram, give it with their, of course, their full credit, and a link to their Instagram as well.
And people want to make character creations.
Oh yeah, that as well.
What we could do though is we could actually use the Instagram to tape our like short blips and rants and stuff in the car while we're driving around the truck.
Yeah, I don't think it's that long though. I don't know how long the.
No, I mean like short blips because some of the things we say in the truck.
But I mean,
which is weird. Only when I drive my truck, well, my dad's truck, we have some of either super intellectual conversations, and I'm like, I forget that none of us are masters in the field of whatever we're talking about, or it is so, I don't want to say fucked up, but fucked up.
Yeah.
To the point where I'm like, I'm really glad we're not.
Yeah.
Like, there's no one here that's not a part of the friend group.
Oh wait, apparently, Instagram videos can be a full 60 seconds.
Okay.
I thought you were going to say 60 minutes. I was like, perfect.
So, maybe we could do short blips or whatever.
Me and you working out?
Let's not. We want to gain followers,
because we
not
don't know
lose
what the
them.
fuck we're doing.
We don't know what the fuck we're doing.
Speaking of gaining followers, by the way, thank you to the roughly 150 of you guys who joined on Twitter like within the past 24 hours. That was really awesome of you guys. And thanks again to the one person who hit us up about the Instagram. I'm sorry I forget your name, but thank you.
We'll let you guys, if we do actually set up an Instagram, we will let you know.
Yeah, definitely. We'll leave a link on the Twitter and everything, and probably in the YouTube description once we start it up. I figure it'd be pretty easy though, because once you have a Twitter, you can also link it. So.
You remind me of an off-duty Santa Claus.
Because I'm wearing suspenders.
Because we're wearing suspenders.
Is that taking the idea to stop wearing a belt and start wearing suspenders?
Yes.
Listen, I'm a large man.
Listen, I'll be honest. When I saw you in the suspenders, I thought you robbed your grandfather.
My grandfather's gonna be so proud because he always yells at me about my pants being like too low.
He'll still do it.
No, they actually don't go down anymore. Like my crack no longer comes out.
Your crack no longer comes out.
Dude, I'm a large man and my stomach's very round. I could definitely be a great Santa. Actually, I was Santa for my little sister.
How did she not realize it was you?
Dude, apparently I did great because I walked out.
He was on PCP. She was terrified. It was great.
I came back in my basement. That little fucking came sprinting downstairs. I'm literally taking the suit off. She comes running through my door. I have never ripped clothes off my body so fast and hid them.
And hid them.
Out of the fear, I had never felt so pressured and scared. But you don't understand, like, you're standing in a doorway. It's like 20 degrees out, 30 degrees out. I'm in, like, shorts and a t-shirt. And she's like, what are you doing? Santa's here, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, that's what woke me up. Mind you, Santa suit's sitting outside in my driveway.
So I had this really warped idea to do for next Christmas.
Yeah, let me hear it.
We're going to have him come down dressed exactly like Santa Claus. And we're going to have me or some other larger man dressed like Santa Claus, but have it be in Burdick colors. And then have them fight and confuse the shit out of her.
Wait. Should I dress up?
No, what we do?
It's Santa versus anti-Santa.
No, even better. I'll dress up as an elf and hold the ground card.
You won't.
No, better.
No. Better yet, we get the elf on a shelf. We dress Kyle like the elf on a shelf.
I got a better idea.
I am too big to be an elf on a shelf.
I got a better idea. Off the idea of the Gene Simmons skit, the comedian, we both dress up like Santa.
Oh, there's a skit with this one comedian. He pretends to be Gene Simmons, and then Gene Simmons comes. It's a whole thing. You guys can look it up. Just look up Gene Simmons comedy sketch or something.
It's funny. You should have to check it out. We'll both dress up like Santa.
Right.
And we'll have to get one of them, like, I'll have to get better at augmenting my voice. And we'll have to come back and one of them be like, no, I'm the real Santa.
Do we then hand her a gun and have her choose who's the real Santa?
Well, we're going to give... Wait.
But the sad part is, I would want to give her an actual
Santa comes
gun.
Finn, but it's Finn. It's your sister. She's going to use a fucking crossbow.
No, she does not use a crossbow. Shit, she does not use a crossbow. She can't pull it back, though, by herself yet. Yeah,
that's a good thing.
As you know, I'm a hunter. And
your dad might help her shoot you just because it's funny.
You're not wrong.
You know, he's really big on the whole safe law, so he would never let her point it at me. But my dad is great. For Christmas, my mom and stuff bought him stuff. I ended up buying him like tile and some stuff. Tile, you know, the little
the thing that helps you find your keys.
Because me and him have We have the family curse of losing everything the moment we put it down.
Your dad is so much worse, though. He'll, like, lose his wallet on a dime.
Yeah, sure. You don't know how many times we've had to cancel credit cards.
No. I know every time you have to cancel your credit cards because you come in sad.
Yeah, because my dad's on my main one. So, anyway, he ended up... My mom liked to tape us opening Christmas presents. Mind you, I'm 20 years old. Christmas isn't like me coming up being like, oh my God! And like ripping apart presents. I'm like, oh, thanks. Like, go buy this anyway, but thanks for, thinking of me kind of thing. So it's more like mature about it.
Right.
Well, my dad saw that my mom wasn't too happy with my reactions. Mind you, I went to bed at 5 o'clock in the morning. They woke me up at 7 o'clock to open presents. I'm happy I made it up the steps without falling back asleep. So... he fucking starts flipping out on the video. It is great to watch because it's like the stupidest items he gets happy about. I think they get him a mug, and he's like, oh my God, I got my own mug, finally, I've never had my own mug, and he's like crying and stuff, and I'm like looking at him, I'm like half asleep, I'm like, am I awake?
If we get the Instagram, we definitely have to upload those.
Oh no, we gotta find out is if anyone has the video of him being a cougar, like a mountain lion, not cougars, and an older woman seeking young men.
Yes. Does anyone have the photo of Vinny being a MILF?
No, my dad.
Yes, it would.
My dad decided to train me how to drive. He went to Mock Talladega Nights. If anyone's seen that movie,
We have you as a cheetah.
and he dressed up.
I just want to remind everybody, I wasn't drunk when we took that picture. I hadn't had a single shot of alcohol on me at that point.
That's true. My entire family questioned if I was gay. I was like, what? I can't stand next to a grown man in a onesie? They didn't know how to respond.
I don't think they're.
Did you finally print out that picture?
No, I saw him printing out.
Fuck.
I'm gonna wait until they.
That is not going on the Instagram.
Okay, so
no, that definitely has to go on.
That is not going on Instagram. I will cut off your dick,
guys. Besides threatening to castrate each other, they don't know what the hell we're talking about.
Oh, sorry.
Or why you were in a cat suit.
All right,
it wasn't a cat suit. It was a cheetah onesie.
All right, hold on a second. So back to the story about Don acting like a cougar in my front seat. So I'm driving for the first time out of state. On the highway, it's me, my dad, my little sister, 2 of my cousins. And he starts messing with me because I'm driving. So he starts going and making these gestures like a cat at me and starts being like, you can't get distracted. And then he starts like poking me and I'm like, if you touch me one more fucking time, I'm going to crash this car. Car gets dead silent. Music's off. We're just driving straight. Minute goes by. All of a sudden, I feel his finger touch my cheek and go, boop. I have never had such an urge to come through on a threat, but then I was still a new driver. So, like, now I know I could swerve on an open, 4-lane highway with no one around me and be perfectly fine because I'm used to it. Because of dodging cars that stop on the highway. Which is a dick move. Never just stop in the middle of a highway or at a green light. Never just stop in the middle of an intersection.
Oh, like when we went to that monster truck show and someone else tried to kill us?
I still know I stopped because there was no cars in front of him.
There was no cars in front of him.
There was, green. But down. Yeah, he literally went through the green light.
They were beyond the light.
Yeah, he stopped at the other side of the light. But yeah, so he did that for an entire car ride, and that was the day I learned my father's not to drink regular coffee. I'm going to spend time in the car with him.
So anyway, back to Kyle being in a onesie. Long story short,
Then he found some of his ex's old stuff. One happened to be a onesie that was a cheetah. They were curious, because I am a rather small man, they were curious if I'd fit. I fit. Therefore, for the rest of the duration of the time, which happened to be Joe's birthday party, I was in a cheetah onesie.
Yep, because we recreated the prom pose.
And we did recreate the prom pose, and Vane's going to print it out and put it in his picture frame.
And it's on Facebook right now, too.
Yeah, again, that's not going on the Instagram.
Why not the Instagram? No one's going to find you.
We'll blur your face out if it makes you happy.
Oh my god, we'll just...
No. Fun game for all of you guys. If you can figure out who the hell we are just by our first names and the fact Kyle was in a onesie, you win life, I guess.
Unless you already
get it.
No. Unless you already know us. No.
Unless
you know us, there can't be any degrees of knowing. You can't know somebody who knows us or be the person who knows us. You have to be a complete fucking stranger.
Because that's possible. Like, a stranger could know of someone who's like, yo, one of my friends on Facebook dressed like a cheetah. It had a cheetah onesie on.
Yeah, but it's not me that I didn't put it on my thing.
Right, so they had to find mine. I'm tagged in it. My entire family, though, I knew they were wondering something. Because so far I've learned since I've been in college, my best friends and closest friends, other than Joe's the only one who I guarantee is straight. We all say
Kyle
and do gay shit. Like, not in a derogatory way. I'm saying, like...
Well, jokingly.
Like, stuff that people would be, like, in public, like science fiction. Like, for instance, we were at a stoplight, and there's a song called Because I'm a Bear. So when Kyle...
Trevor Moore?
Yeah. So when he wasn't paying attention, I reached back, and I think like Christmas before, when I first started driving, or two Christmas ago, whenever it was, like, whenever we got the truck, maybe. My mom bought me an ice scraper that had a
bear glove,
like a fleece glove, but it's a bear claw, so it looks like you're scraping off the ice with a bear claw. So I took out the scraper and I put the mitten glove thing on, and
as the chorus comes,
because I'm a bear, and I stroke his face out of nowhere. And
did you cut a guy off prior and he was about to?
No. He was mad at us because we were going slower because we were supposed to pick up Sarah.
For context. Slower for Vin is the speed limit. So it's not like we were doing 20 and a 30. It means for once we weren't doing 50 and a 40.
Yeah, sure. I usually do 10 over.
So anyway, he was pissed off at you guys.
Because we were doing the speed limit.
To, like, yell at you
he came up to the side of us, gave us this dirty look. Kyle's kind of looking at him. I'm looking at both of them. And I stroke his face, but I don't just, like, stroke the side of his face with this glove. I put, like, emphasis in all of it. Mind you, we have the windows up with this music on not that loud, so the guy can't hear what's going on in our car, but he gave the most confused, concerned, like, and his face went from anger to just...
utter confusion.
Yeah, like, he was just bewildered.
Was that the one time those people were being rude to our one friend, and I was getting mad? So, these people at a movie theater, we were in line to go see Batman v Superman, unfortunately. So, these people, after we wait like a half hour in line, jumped in front of us at the front of the line and were like yelling they had to get all this stuff.
We were running late.
Yeah, we were running late. And then they just kept screaming at our one friend's face, watch your mouth, even though she had done nothing wrong. And I was getting pissed off and I was like ready to start stuff. And then out of nowhere, Vinny decides to go up and whisper in my ear a line from Frozen while doing the gesture of putting a glove on. So he goes, conceal, don't feel, when I'm angry. So I'm midway trying not to laugh and midway anger. So all they see is me getting up real close, like pissed off, but also laughing. And they heard him whisper something. So God knows what the hell they thought he said to me, but...
It's my goal now. Every time someone's angry, I destroy the situation.
They look like genuinely terrified, like we were going to do something.
I have to keep coming up with it. Definitely that one with the.
So Doctor will see you now.
I thought it was funny as hell.
They couldn't hear what the hell you were saying
because I wasn't paying attention. I realized something was about to happen though, so it's like for some reason, my brain went conceal, don't feel.
That was great. I've never been disarmed so quickly.
Okay, so I'm curious, back to what your family was wondering.
Oh, they were like, Vin, do you have something to tell us? And I'm like, what? Mind you, I'm with my family, and I don't think they have anything against gay people. They might be slightly racist, a little bit. I know my grandparents are.
Wasn't what we said earlier? Slightly racist is still racist.
Yeah, they're technically still racist, but like slightly, like not.
The varying degrees of racism doesn't make it okay.
They're not racist. Like they're not like.
So instead of
calling people like.
No. My question is this:
just because you're passively aggressively racist does not make you a better person.
Does it make you diet racist?
They're more like.
Are you really?
That was pretty good.
I know exactly what you're talking about too.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Anyway, continue.
Colbert did it, right?
Yeah, continue. I think it was Colbert.
If you want to say passively aggressive racist things, but don't want to be entirely a racist, try diet
racist. Yeah.
I was actually laughing way too hard at that because it just reminded me.
I think though, like recently, BuzzFeed tried to copy his thing.
Yeah, like, BuzzFeed tries to copy everything.
Well, they try to copy it and like do like a whole like actual commercial about it, and it fell very flat. Anyway,
so they keep going. Do you have to tell me? Do you have to tell us something? And I'm like, no, mind you. I realized this when at school. There was a couple of people that did think I was actually gay because of my buddy at the time, Justin. We would say shit to each other like "Aw, miss you, boo," or something like that, or he'd grab my ass out of nowhere.
Well, he's just fucking around, joking around, though.
Right. But we knew that the people around us.
Justin does that shit too well, though.
Yeah.
Justin to the point where it's believable.
Yeah. Well, I started getting really good at it, so I do it to him. We have a whole plan about that.
Oh, we do.
I like how there's just this weird goal for you.
It's actually to help me.
It's actually kind of funny because when I was...
Were your parents wrong to ask you?
I do stuff. Actually, I make even my cousin's gay friend question if I'm gay. He's like, once in a while you say things, and I'm like, are you? Like, I'm like, no. Like, I'm flattered.
So they kept asking if he had something.
So then eventually I'm like, what? And they go, this, and they pull the picture up. I go, what's wrong with posing with a grown man in a onesie? They didn't know what to say because I said it not like that, like no humor in my voice, stern and just like full blown confidence. And they did the thing where like they're all leaned on the table, they stood straight up. I shut her down.
I really wish there was a green screen behind you guys because I really want to Photoshop in like a prom background.
Please.
I don't know how I'm going to do that, though.
You could. No, you just remove us from the picture.
Yeah, it would take a little bit, but you could Photoshop.
I'd have to cut you out of the picture and then crop you onto a green. I could do it.
No,
if you can't.
I'll put you in with Shia LaBeouf and then Shia LaBeouf posing with Shia LaBeouf.
You have Shia LaBeouf posing us in the pose.
And if you do that, though, you need to Photoshop a top hat and monocle on it. Then you can put it on the Instagram.
There you go.
And you have to be wearing a top hat and monocle, and only then can you put that on the Instagram.
Well, or we could just get you a top hat and a monocle, and you can redo the picture in front of a green screen and make this a lot easier on me.
If you want to pay for the top hat and monocle, be my guest.
I'm pretty sure you could just get it from like a costume shop for like a couple bucks.
My point still stands.
All right, I'm willing to spend $3.
Yeah,
so
did
you
it?
can humiliate yourself.
So what I'm hearing is, Vin, what wall are you painting green to use as a green screen?
Why don't you just get a green blanket?
Yeah, well, or a
All right, fine. If you guys want to do it the easy way and not just repaint a wall.
I thought you were gonna say the hard way was just getting a quilt.
I was
and painting it was the easy way.
Joe, you can do it right there too. I mean, you obviously can't see where we're pointing, but there's a section in where we're at that could be used.
Yeah, to everyone listening to our audio podcast, we can do it
right
over there.
Can't we use a gray wall? What's wrong with gray? We got a problem with gray.
Blue screen's a new thing too.
You both start with G.
If you had a blue wall,
and if you spell gray with an E, they both have an E.
Hey Joe, it reminds
logically
me.
speaking, you
what?
Right. Which reminds me, do you have any odd jobs I can do to make $90 quickly?
Go stand on the corner.
Stand in the corner in that onesie, you'll get attention real quick.
But would it get me $90 worth of attention?
Why do you need $90?
So I can pre-order Persona 5.
So you get what?
Pre-order Persona 5. I want the collector's edition, but it's $90.
If you get it on Amazon, it's like 20% off.
I only have a $45 Amazon card.
Then just buy another one.
If I'm going to do that, I might as well. Look, right, I have the money to put down for a little bit of the game, but I want the collector's edition, which is $90. I do not currently have the full $90.
For all them listening and wondering why, Kyle doesn't want to show on his transactions that he's buying video games.
Okay.
Because my parents are...
My parents are the same way. They hate video games.
Okay, so Kyle, way around
Billy
this,
actually ordered a PS4.
Go to one of the... Did you already enter in the Amazon card or no?
No. It's...
Okay. Go to one of those kiosks that take the gift card for cash and convert it. It usually gives you about like 80% of the gift card. Take that money, put it down at GameStop for the minimum, and then you just have to...
Minimum's $5. I got the minimum covered.
Then just go to GameStop and throw the...
Yeah, but where am I going to get the other 85?
You have
other gift
between
cards?
now and like April.
Sorry, it got delayed again, didn't it?
What?
It got delayed again, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they have to do the whole dubbing and everything, which is a pain in the ass.
Hey, if you get delayed to May, you got your birthday.
We could just give you an early birthday present.
That's
Please.
Just
I'll pre-order it. How about that? I'll pre-order it, and we'll go.
I thought we were gonna pre-order it and then give it to him for his birthday.
If you guys want to do that too, just let me know.
We could do it. I mean, between the two of us, it wouldn't be that bad. It's like just $40 a piece.
Yeah, it's like
you guys are the best.
That's how you make $80 or whatever the fuck you said real quick. You just go, hey guys, my parents don't let me use my money.
They don't!
Hey, I knew the same problem, and I used the same excuse to my uncle. My uncle gave me money.
I don't ask people for money. I just...
Because you have a fucking
I didn't
job.
ask him.
True.
I didn't... No, you don't understand. I've never asked my uncle for money. I've never once said, hey, can I get money from you, or can I borrow a couple bucks? I literally went... Not talking to him. Mind you, I'm in a completely different room talking about random stuff with my grandparents because they were asking me like what I was going to do when I was younger. I was like 10 or something with the money I got from Christmas. Because, of course, they wanted to hear that I was putting it away and not going to blow it. I said, well, I'm not going to see any of it until I'm older. And they go, why? And they go, my parents take my money. Well, I willingly give it to them because they explained it to me. Put it in the bank. Let grow interest, so that way my $100 is,
110.
110 or 120 by the time. Well, back then it was good, pretty good.
It's 110 at best, at like extreme interest.
That's true. That's 10% interest.
Yeah.
But anyway, so then he just came in the room. And he's like, "Oh, you need more money?" And he gave me money. And then I just remember going, "This is amazing."
These people are going to hear this podcast and go, "Vin and Kyle might be gay. Vin has a lot of money for no reason."
Vin doesn't have a lot of money.
And Joe sounds sad.
Vin's upper middle. For
class. Everyone listening right now, Kyle is caressing Vinny's face, and now it's getting weirder. I'm not going to narrate what just happened.
Vinny licked his palm to creep out Joe. Oh, by the way, we have this great pastime. We love to freak Joe out. It is great. It is one of our funnest things to do, which sounds like a dick move, but you don't understand. Joe doesn't like when people touch him. And
I'm sorry, I'm a germaphobe, my bad.
I don't think it's a germ thing.
It totally fucking is.
It's not.
It is.
It's not. It's something else. You have some repressed memory. We'll pull it out one day. But I get like...
Gonna put me on Dr. Phil. Now, you don't hate germs. You just don't want men touching you, or women, or anything.
If you hated germs, one... You want to step in my basement because, guys, I'm awful at cleaning.
I have like selective things with that.
Well, no correction. It's not that I'm awful at cleaning. I'm super lazy, and as a nursing student,
like when I'm in a relationship with someone, I don't mind them like touching me or whatever. Like, but when random people do it,
we're not
it freaks me out.
You know what happened when I was little? My uncle.
I don't know why.
that sounded really bad how I started that story.
Did your uncle touch you?
Same uncle that.
Is that why you get so much money?
No.
To keep you
Ben, shut up. Don't talk. Here's some money. I know your ass whistles, but you're fine.
Technically, you're not wrong.
Another episode of Dr. Phil.
No.
I don't think that would be Dr. Phil. That's something else.
That's like...
Maury?
No, it's like...
Have a seat.
All in order?
Listen,
that's
you leave Aunt Mom and Uncle Dad out of this.
That's sort of a, hi, I'm Chris Hansen.
Say on Oprah.
Welcome to Dateline.
No, same uncle. Yeah, technically. He used to be really like, he's an instigator. This is definitely where all the grandchildren get it from. So he'd come up and, with his line of work, he used to have to use flux, the like stuff. So he'd come up and he'd do this like weird thing with his fingers and mess with our hair and be like, flux hand. Just so you know, when I was in first grade,
oh no,
I accidentally said in school to my teacher, she asked me why my hair was messed up, and I said, my uncle doesn't give me flux hand. I said, my uncle gives me fuck hand. I did not know the repercussions of that statement until many years later when my parents tell me, do you remember that time when we had to go up to your school? Or was my parents? Because you told your teacher your uncle gives you the fucking hand. And I go, nah, I just remember, tell me, because they go, you didn't say flux. You said fuck. Full L, emphasize the K. And I was like, really? Because I never really pay attention to...
I think our ad revenue at this point is out the window, too.
We'll get Squarespace or someone, hopefully.
Wait, what? We're getting ad revenue for this bullshit?
Yeah, technically, when you get so many views, you get ad revenue. But then when you say shit like this, advertisers like, never mind.
No, they should, because
I don't want to sponsor uncle rape. That sounds like you raped your uncle.
But
did you give your uncle Flux?
No. I'm sure there's a porn site for that.
Flux and is fine to say.
Diet Flux.
It's when you say fuck him. There's a distinction.
That makes it sound like your uncle put on the really long glove, told you to bend that over, and tilt your head and cough.
Yeah, gave me the prostate. Oh, I thought you meant give me the prostate exam.
That too.
But
I really hope this turns into like an episode of Law and Order.
But yeah, no, I've never was touched or anything like that.
Executive producer Dick Wolf.
Not by your uncle.
By my friends.
Can we just talk about?
But we're two consenting adults. So
the executive producer of a sex crime show. His
name
is Dick
Wolf.
I thought you were going to say
Dick Wolf.
I thought you were going to say
Wolf's down, Dick.
For some reason, I thought the next sentence out of your mouth instead of when you're not that his name
Wolves?
was Dick was a sex crime person, like did you
just imagine Law and Order but only wolves?
No.
That's
But now what I'm thinking about is how did they make the suspension bridge? Because it still makes no sense, and neither of you know what I'm talking about.
No, the Storks movie, right?
Yeah, well, we told you that, but you didn't see it. Out of nowhere, if none of you have seen Storks, spoilers. There's one part where the wolves go, form suspension bridge. Me and the kid we were talking about earlier, Matt, are sitting on the couch. It is like 3, 4 in the morning. We're teetering about to fall asleep. So we're a little out of it. All of a sudden, the wolves make a suspension bridge out of themselves. Then they proceed... I go, what? Then they proceed to go, wolves form boat. They turn into a boat. Then plane. Then submarine. It ends with minivan that drives and has seatbelts. I feel so bad for the wolves that are the tire and they're just going ow, 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 because they get spun around the ground.
Alright, so what the hell were we talking? Oh yeah, Flux.
Flux end.
When you go from Uncle Rape to Law and Order with only wolves to wolves made of machines or machines made of wolves?
Deus Ex Wolfa?
Ex Machina?
Ex Wolfina.
I don't know stuff. Like, you'd like to put his foot on her head and say, tell us you're going to get athlete's hair. Because of athlete's foot.
Did you accidentally mispronounce athlete to something else?
Anal? No. I know that, like, if I ever want to get anyone in trouble, I know exactly what to say.
Oh my god. I was going to say something messed up.
Say it.
I was going to say, what, did you mispronounce athlete's hair as, like, Penn State hair?
Ooh.
I know. Listen, I didn't...
It's been said. It's been done. It's written in stone.
God damn, Joe. What is wrong with you?
Coming from you.
Come from the time when I made Matt go you and you fucking repressed that time.
You burned Matt so hard that none of us can remember what you said.
Because I didn't think anything of it. He was trying to talk shit on me. Like, we joke around. We bully each other. Well, we don't bully. We tease each other.
Right.
And
also, before we continue this story, or you guys are just hearing this for the first time with any of this, if we say anything offensive, sorry, we're not going to super censor ourselves with everything. But, I mean, we're not being literal, obviously. Like, not encouraging uncle rape or...
Hey, if your uncle's into that kind of thing, you're both consenting adults.
Don't draw that picture, because we were talking about drawing pictures earlier. Oh, you guys don't know what I look like yet, so I'm
Although I will encourage Law and Order, but only wolves. Because I want to see Ice-T as a wolf.
Yes.
No, I think he needs to be like a cat.
Coyote?
No, he needs to be like a lion or something. Just something to really throw a wrench in there.
I like John Mulaney's thing where he's like, for a solid 5 minutes, he didn't know what a pedophile was. Like, they're trying to explain to Ice-T what a pedophile is, like, for, like, about, 10 minutes or something like that.
Yeah, it's because they make Ice-T the character that, so people who don't know what's going on, they can relate to, but...
It's funny because he's supposed to be, like, a detective in the sex crimes division. It's been, like, 10 years.
Oh, I agree.
And he's like, what do you mean he likes little girls and pigtails? I'm like, Ice, what?
Wait, I think I know what episode you're talking about, but yeah. That...
By the way, the reason I'm doing that voice is because it's exactly what John did, so don't blame me.
But yeah, if we say anything offensive, I apologize, but
We're not going to stop.
If you don't
we
like
are
it,
called disturbing ourselves. We have to find the line and then cross it.
Let's be honest. We've been being a little tame for the last 2 videos.
We have. We sound so not nice.
And
anyway,
then you guys.
What were we talking about?
How badly you burned Matt so much that he repressed your memory.
So I don't know what I said, but we were talking about. My buddy told us something earlier that day, and we were just busting him about it. Like, we don't care that he did whatever it was or anything like that. I don't care whatever people do, but.
It's not anything bad. It's just like a personal.
It's not good girl.
I know. We'll explain that in the next episode.
But he said something, and I'm driving, and we're just driving, and I fire it back. I don't even think what I said, because I didn't remember it once it left my mouth. It was just like a retort. Like, I don't usually think anyway. I usually just spout out, and I like to bounce my ideas off people. So I'll say ridiculous things that make absolutely no sense. When I see the reactions, I understand that I'm wrong or right. But Matt went quiet mid-sentence. Joe went quiet he wasn't mid-sentence, I guess. You were quiet anyway.
I was talking, but
silent. And I'm trying to go, what? I look at Joe. Joe looks at me. His eyes get real big. He goes, damn. I'm like, what?
Whatever the hell you
I
said.
look back at Matt.
I can't remember, but you fucking obliterated him.
I
can't remember, but it was great.
Was
I think it wasn't great because I
know you were just yelling
friend.
into your hands, but from this end, it sounded like a whale.
No, the question was as great as my
video with Snoop Dogg and the girl crying.
Now, question: was it better than my own self burn?
Yeah,
I figured as much.
No, it wasn't that it was better.
Do you want to tell your own self burn or no?
Sure.
Go ahead.
All right. So I forget what the conversation.
This was back before you were with your.
Yeah. But anyway, so. I'm laying in the back seat of Vinny's truck because I'm the only one in the back, and I don't know what we were talking about prior.
It had nothing to do with it. You just burned yourself for no reason.
No. We were talking about something before. We were talking about you getting turned on with a girl, Molly.
Yeah. And
I go, well, at least it wasn't ecstasy. And Sarah goes, Vin.
That's the same thing.
It's cut something different. I went,
oh.
You learn something new every day.
Yeah, so a little later,
Kyle,
I'm chilling in the back seat, and I go, I really couldn't even get a homeless girl to spend the night. And literally, the truck went silent.
You weren't wrong because you got a girl with a house.
True, but...
Are we sure? We just need to come out of that house. We don't know if she actually lives there.
I thought you were going to be like, we don't know. It's not just a giant cardboard cutout of a house.
We don't know that either.
Actually, that was my first thought. And then I went, all right, man, let's be a little possible realistic here. That's not me. I should have went for it. I'm still trying to think of what I said to Matt. I'm gonna tell you the truth.
I think we all shut it out because that burn was just too strong. It was so bad that it made Matt go silent, and I didn't say anything until you looked at me, and I could only say, damn.
Alrighty then.
So anyway, Kyle did burn himself. He has a girl, so don't burn him too hard in the comments. But
No, roast me as hard as you fuckers want.
Alright, or just obliterate him, I guess. I don't know.
You don't have much on him, so I'm curious what you're coming up.
I don't know. They have, his height and the fact he was in a cat onesie.
You don't have his height.
He just said.
I said I'm a short motherfucker.
Yeah.
He claims to be 5'4", but I think he's 5'0".
Fuck you, I'm 5'3" and 3/4.
I'm so proud of you.
My last girlfriend, I think, was 5'4".
Alright, I'll stab you in the kidneys later.
Alright.
Okay, that's a random threat, but sure.
Oh, by the way, did you ever watch the video of the comedian I sent you? He's the same one who did Disney World on acid. Bert Kreischer. Did you see the one where he was...
Is that the bald dude?
No, the machine.
I watched his special. You have to watch the rest of that special.
Oh my god.
It goes like...
I am the machine.
No. Everyone thinks that's the best line, but it goes like this. Like, you're like, no, he didn't. And then he tells it, and I sat there and went, fuck, this is me as a dad?
No.
Oh,
yeah,
you've got to see... Yeah.
Oh, honey, I'm going to wait for my wife
No, if you want to hear, someone who's, generally confused, about everything, he and his friends were, I think, up in Germany or something or whatever, and then they're getting high and all that, and they're like, hey, you want to go to the Anne Frank house to him?
Oh my god, yes, I did.
And he thinks Anne Frank is Helen Keller. So the entire time he's just like, absolutely, yeah, I want to laugh my ass off. I was like, that's fucked up.
You're talking about flying dildos.
What?
You're talking about flying dildos. That's what that's a setup for.
I know. They're walking there, and then they see a club called Flying Dildos.
They're in Amsterdam, mind you.
Oh, Amsterdam, my bad. But
did you say Germany? No, they're in Amsterdam.
So you just see, like, apparently they were walking by and there was a sex club called Flying Dildos.
No. There's a sex club. It's this live sex show, Flying Dildos.
Which I think would pique anyone's interest, really.
Yeah, but he messed up. He became the ringleader.
Yeah, I don't know. It went really weird.
All right.
I don't want to spoil it if anyone wants to watch it.
Just saying, it starts off really good. You're like, haha, this is funny. The ending, though, it goes up, and then his life just crashes back down. He goes from ringleader to...
Yeah, I think it's, if you guys want to look it up, his name's Bert Kreischer. I think it's called One Late Night. It's from Comedy Central, but check it out. Basically, premise is they get high, want to go to the Anne Frank house. And then he thinks that Anne Frank is Helen Keller, so he's just ecstatic the entire time. He keeps making Helen Keller jokes.
I think
about
he said
Anne
he wanted to
Frank.
put a plunger in the toilet, so when she sits down...
At one point, At one point, they go, yeah, it was horrible when the Nazis got her. And they're like, he's like, the fucking Nazis got her? He's like, how could they not hear her in the closet? And then they're like, the best part was, he's like, they kept in a fucking closet? Oh, God. Great comedian, worth a look. Also, maybe check out like people like Bo Burnham, stuff like that. They're really good. I think Bo's not touring anymore, though.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Hey, Vin, you want to tell them about that fire mixtape we got after last night?
Please elaborate.
We can save last night for next week.
All right,
or we can tape it after this one and then use it for next week.
There we go. We have our own segment. Last night for next week.
Last night for next week.
We'll
Not
tape
bad.
it after this because we're passing an hour, so we're gonna have to cut this one and shoot another one.
Yeah, we're gonna cut it a little right now, just so you guys don't obviously want to bash your head in for listening to us for 3 hours. But
I
anyway,
think we're pretty funny. That's a wrong thing.
Oh, Vin, you are hilarious.
Vinny has the ego.
I thought you were in a grab.
He laughs at himself in a room by himself.
Can't grab you. Your legs are too thick.
If you could see in my head, you would understand why I laugh because you guys, only Kyle can follow my conversations completely. You, I confuse. I'll jump. So, like, I could say one thing. I'm 6 conversations past what I already said. So, like, I'll start laughing. People will look at me, and they're like, what is wrong with them? And then I'm like, oh, fuck, I gotta go through this entire conversation to get to this point.
Let's cut it right here, only because we're trying to post a SoundCloud real quick.
Whoop.
For everyone listening on SoundCloud or YouTube sometime in the future, just to let you guys know, sorry we're having a little bit of issues. Also, we're filming a little later, just because scheduling, so it will be up on SoundCloud typically first, just to let you guys know.
Probably up YouTube tomorrow morning.
Yeah, I'll be up by tomorrow. But anyway, my name's Joe.
I'm Ben.
I'm Kyle.
You can find Kyle back at his Twitter page.
Which is at TTK Sticks, spelled like the river.
Or you can hit us up at disturbingourselvespodcast@gmail.com, or as well as our Twitter at @DO_podcast. But thanks, guys, and as always, thanks for listening.
Yep, see you.
See you guys.